Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today you have the Rhino, and I'm doing a beer I've done before years ago when it was available for the first time. It was in a growler. The growler didn't pour properly. It was the first time they were using growlers. That's how I got my growler from this brewery. My review with it, I was looking at it with a bunch of different maple syrups in it, because this is a beer that is normally served with woodruff syrup. Woodruff syrup, for those of you that don't know woodruff syrup, it is a syrup that's usually served in this type of beer. It's kind of like a simple syrup. For those of you that don't know simple syrup is basically just sugar water. And I say basically because I'm not going into exactly what the stuff is. I'm giving a layman's terms for the stuff. When I reviewed this, I reviewed it on its own, and I reviewed it with a couple different maple syrups added. Again, it's usually woodruff syrup. Think kind of like sugar water or high fructose corn syrup almost. More like sugar water than high fructose corn syrup though. Also, traditionally, it is served and drank out of a straw. What this is a Berliner Weisse. So this is from Brook Brewing Company. This is Brook's Uber Berliner Weisse. Das People's Beer. Das People's Beer. Also, it is traditionally low ABV. This one is low ABV. This one is 3.8% alcohol by volume. Ingredients: water, malted wheat, malted barley, hops, and yeast. Brook. A miracle of science. Recommended serving glass, goblet. Well, we're not drinking it out of a goblet today. Over here it has more in-depth for the ingredients. Made with malted wheat, Pilsner and acidulated malted barley, Styrian golden hops, and Bavarian Weisse yeast. The acidulated malted barley is one of the reasons why this has its telltale taste. For those of you that do not know if you're going to like a Berliner Weisse or not, if you don't like sour beer, you're probably not going to like Berliner Weisse as it is. It is, again, traditionally served with a syrup in it. That syrup takes that sour kick away. This is 3.8% alcohol by volume. Let's pop it open. Let's pour it into a glass. Let's see what we think of it. I've seen some great comments on the interwebs about it. You know, things like, oh my god, no, it's sour. Why would this beer be sour? There's something wrong with this beer. It is sour. Ew, this beer is sour. Who wants a sour wheat beer? Why would my wheat beer be sour? Blah, 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 sour. So, I didn't fling it around all that much, but really a Berliner Weisse shouldn't be all that cloudy. It should have a little bit of cloud, but it shouldn't be that cloudy. There is a lot of head in that bottle. There is a lot of head in that bottle. More head in that bottle than in this glass. Okay, so in the bottle, this is where the alcohol ends, and this is where the head ends. The head ends right at the top of the label. So there is a lot of head in that bottle. There is no head in my glass. Lots of carbonation, though. You'd expect that. Beautiful golden color, crystal clear, crystal clear. That is a friggin' tornado. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up. Let me wipe this glass down a little bit, because there is a tiny bit of chill haze on here. The beer's been out of the fridge for a while, but there is a bit of chill haze. I don't know if you're going to see it all, but man, there's tornadoes of shit in here. Smell. Kind of like a, okay, there's a little bit of apple, there's a little bit of pear. It kind of has a slight reminiscent scent of their gluten-free beer. And I say that for the sole fact that the gluten-free beer is made with pear juice, and this kind of has that pear-like scent to it. Let's try it, though. Cheers, guys. Yeah, that's sour. 3.8% alcohol, 750 milliliter bottle. Great bottle for those of you that like light beers. For those of you that love sours, that like lambics and all that, good beer for the price, because you're getting a huge bottle and you're not paying the huge price that comes with a Belgian lambic or a Belgian sour. Yeah, it's a huge bottle in Ontario, so it still has a hefty price tag compared to like a huge bottle in the US. But when you're looking at this compared to say Leafman's Leafman's Framboise, which is right now available at the LCBO, this is a better deal. Sorry, higher ABV, less money. You don't actually get all that much flavor out of it. You get a weedy flavor, and you get a good sourness, a beautiful sourness, a sourness that's nice and tart, nice and refreshing. You could sit back, you could drink this all night. It goes down beautifully, and it's not that barnyard funk sour. I hate barnyard funk sour. I like sour beers. The problem is with sour beers, you're either getting something really cool or something where the wild yeasts that hit it have done something immensely weird. Or you're getting vinegar. And I don't like the vinegar, and I don't like the immensely weird horse blanket, barnyard funk. What I like is this, a beautiful sourness, kind of like a sour apple. Almost crab apple-like even. Would it be better with Woodruff syrup? That's up to how you enjoy your beers. If you don't enjoy sours, Woodruff syrup would be a must to cut the sourness out of this. Drinking it out of a straw, directly putting it in the back of your throat, you're not going to get as much sourness. Even if you're drinking it as a sour. 1 second here. Pardon me, you're going to get to look at my wall for a moment. Now, like I said in the video a while back, I don't drink pop anymore. My wife, however, does, so she bought a McDonald's pop. So here's a McDonald's straw. Throw it in there. Usually it would be a smaller straw, a thinner straw, so I'm going to bite it down with my teeth. See? Bite it down with my teeth. And like that, you're basically just getting crab apple. Nothing else. Without the straw, wow, that's very carbonated too. Oh, it's so carbonated I'm crying. Oh. Your biggest problem with this beer is the carbonation. And that carbonation really does a number to you. If you're drinking a full 750, like I said, a 750 is perfect for you because of the fact that it's low ABV and it's a beautiful sour at the price. But I didn't expect to be a glass and a half down and to feel this much carbonation potency, if you will. Adding syrup to it, you can add anything to it. You know what? If you buy a bottle of this is what I suggest. Pour it into 3 different glasses. Well, pour it into 4 different glasses. Have it in 1 glass on its own, 1 glass with a straw, 1 glass with some syrup, and then another glass with some syrup of a different type, or the syrup with a straw. And drink it that way. See which way you like it better. Because this is the thing, right? If you go to Germany, and I've been told this by many people that have visited Germany, I've not myself, I don't make enough money to travel to Europe. I wish I did. I wish I wasn't in the debt hole I was in so I could actually go and travel and give you guys videos of all these things, like, in the traditional sense. But if you go to Germany, and you order this, and you order it without straw, and with, well, I don't even know if they really serve it with a straw anymore. So if you order it without syrup, they're going to look at you funny. And they're going to look at you funny because they use the syrup to cut the sourness. For me, I like seeing things in its natural habitat. I like in its natural habitat, in its natural form. I don't want to say Jack Single Barrel. And then mix it with Coke. I don't want to buy... I don't even drink this stuff. I don't like tequila, but I don't want to go out and get a Jose Cuervo Platinum and then mix it with something. I want to, well, after I've tried it once, maybe I'll mix it with something because I don't like what it tasted like. But I want to know what it tastes like on its own before I mix it with anything. So it's a great thing for you to do. Buy something, try it on its own, then try it mixed with the syrup. And you might actually like it better sour than sweet with your syrup. If you're trying it with syrup, please don't use Aunt Jemima or something. Those do work because they are... Ooh, somebody's messaging me. They are quite a lot like a Woodruff syrup. But really, if you're in Canada, if you're somewhere where you can get it, buy a good quality maple syrup. If you're anywhere near Lanark County or near Quebec or anything like that, buy a good quality maple syrup. Here's something else you can do if you're me. You can drink your 3.8% thing. Wow. See, here's the kicker with this beer. It's sour and it's super carbonated. So you get a huge attack when you're drinking it, when you're chugging it. It is a sipping beer. It is a sipping beer. So yeah, there was a little bit of haze that came in from the bottom. Remember, it was crystal clear when I poured it and said I didn't know what it was really going to be like. But here's something you can do. Where is it? I don't want to be off camera for too long. Where are you? Where are you? You're right here. If you don't want to add syrup to it because you're still low ABV, then you can take your Berliner Weisse, your 3.8% alcohol Berliner Weisse, and you can grab a bottle of this if you have it. And I suggest only this if you're going to do it, because this actually tastes just like maple syrup. Some Coeur de Bois maple whiskey. Best maple whiskey I've ever had. We actually did a blind taste test with this, Crown Maple, Tap 357 Maple, and Sort of Liège. And everybody that did it picked this first. So, take some of this. Oh, God, does it smell good. And pour it in. Just freely pour some in there. Right, well, let's do a little more. And then the great thing about what you just did is you've made it higher ABV, too. And then we'll take our straw and we'll stir it up to make sure it's in there. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now we've taken our maple whiskey and we've added it to this. Now what does it taste like? Cheers. Oh God, that's the way to do it. You know what? Quebec maple syrup and a Quebec whiskey and then Burlington, Ontario, Berliner Weisse. Oh my God. That is beautiful. That is one of the most amazing things I've ever tried. And I'm going to do a quick video about that too right after this. So thank you guys for watching. Out of 10 on the Berliner Weisse. You know what? It's a good Berliner Weisse. An 8 out of 10. It is a good Berliner Weisse. If you've not had a Berliner Weisse before, it's not offensive other than it's sour. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.